Well, bowling fans, it's the last week before the summer swing starts for Van McNeil. Dwight Albrecht from Spare Time Pro Shop here with me. And Dwight, got some of the bowling balls drilled. We're waiting on a couple more because we still want to see all the reactions on the patterns in the centers that they're at. We've had some practice now for Van at River City Lanes using that same A22 machine that Brunswick uses on tour. And we got to make a couple of decisions on bowling balls, but we kind of tweaked them after your original drilling, and you placed weight holes in them. Tell bowling fans why you kind of changed the reaction with a weight hole.
Well, number one, legality. It has to be legal. It has to be under an ounce of side, under an ounce of finger of thumb, and under 3 ounces of top. And then number two, we can kind of change the motion a little bit, make it read a little earlier, or make it go a little longer and then read a little later. So weight holes do tweak it, that's the word tweak, a little bit to just adjust the look for Van.
And we were just looking at one before we started doing the blog today that we've done. You put a weight hole in a spot just to kind of take the flare down a little bit. That could give him a really nice look kind of later on a little bit in the long Badger pair, in the 52-footer, and tell people where you place the weight hole and what exactly it's going to do overall to the ball motion.
Okay, well, by putting the weight hole above the midline of the grip, you're actually reducing flare, or we call it reshaping the core to take out differential. Differential is kind of like the strength of a motor on a car. The higher the differential, the more the hook. The lower the differential, the more the length down the lane. So that one we actually took and put the weight hole above the midline of the grip to make it go a little longer so it reads more on the back. The other ones we put a weight hole down below the midline of the grip to increase differential to kind of get him to read a little earlier.
So he's got the equipment. Took another couple of last looks at his physical game. The only tip you really had, I heard you say, was he's got to keep his head quiet, and we're going to do that in more ways than one, not just on the outside, but up here too. He's got to do it, right?
Well, that seems to be his major fault, and that's the one he wants to kind of revert back to. So obviously when we're watching him during the week, you and I are going to be harping on him and keeping his head steady. Otherwise, he's done wonderful, and his game, in my opinion, is just retransformated completely from the beginning. So he's done a great job. He's worked real hard at it. I'm super proud of him, what he's come up to this point.
Yeah, I mean, in 7 or 8 weeks, what he's done is just absolutely amazing. So thanks for your help with all this on the initial part of the blog. So we'll be checking in with Dwight here and there as we go along, because we've got 3 wrap-ups. So we have 1 for each tournament. Dwight's going to be there cheering him on, watching, coaching him, helping him out, and he'll be helping with the wrap-ups as well. We're going to head down to River City Lanes now. We're going to catch up with Van after a practice session. He's been practicing in all 3 of those new PBA patterns, and we'll get his opinion on how things are going in just a moment, so make sure you stay tuned. Dwight Albrecht and Phil Brylow both use MotionView Bowling Coach software to analyze their players. Whether you're a coach or a bowler looking to improve, purchase your copy of MotionView at bowlingcoachsystems.com. The PBA is back in Milwaukee with the Geico Summer Swing. 4 tournaments beginning with the PBA Badger Open and ending with the Geico Summer Swing TV tapings on June 1st and June 2nd. Watch the best bowlers in the world, or bowl with them in one of the 3 Geico Summer Swing Pro-Am events. You can receive information on the Pro-Ams or purchase your tickets for the TV tapings at pba.com. Well, Van and I here at River City Lanes down in Waterford, Wisconsin. Great host. They've had us down here for the last couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
Nice enough that they have an A22 machine. PBA was nice enough to get us the 3 patterns we're using for the summer swing. And now you've had the opportunity to take some of the new equipment, practice on it with the new bowling balls from Brunswick. And so far, a lot of people come down to help out. We had Joe Serrar from Bowlers Pro Shop giving you some tips.
Yep, Kevin.
Kevin Frew as well from Great Lakes Bowling. A few other people. We had the Hibbert family here tonight helping open the lanes up. And, boy, those 2 Hibbert boys can really throw the bowling ball. No doubt about that.
8th grade and a freshman. Man, you're going to see them, hopefully, if they keep it up on the tour here very, very soon. But it was nice to have the variety of people here just to break down the patterns. We already know what they are, the 52-foot one, the 32-foot one, and the 40. Just to see how they break down, that's a huge, huge advantage.
Yeah. And especially now because the PBA, as we're doing this blog tonight, announced that they're only going to be single squads at the Summer Swing, everybody bowling at one time, and they're going to re-oil every 5 games. So some of the equations we were thinking about before with how are you going to have to bowl on the burn?
Right.
Those are gone now because you're going to get fresh every time you bowl.
Of course, PBA.com has the new schedule, and if you'd like to come down and support or offer some help, we like you said, we had the Hibberts here, we had Joe Sherrar and Kevin. If any of you want to come down and feed me a little bit of advice, why not, right?
Oh, exactly. I mean, come down, cheer. I mean, the more people that show up for the Summer Swing here in Milwaukee, the better chance we have of it coming back. There's no doubt.
Right, absolutely.
So the field might be a little bit small this year, but I think if the bowlers see that, hey, Milwaukee still supports bowling after all this time, even with USBC moving, even with things changing in the world, if the fans come out, the PBA will come back.
We are still a bowling town. We're a bowling state. We love it here. So I'm anticipating big crowds at the Summer Swing.
Did you find out if you're going to be bowling any of the pro-ams yet as a pro? Have they told you that yet?
Don't know yet. Haven't gotten our assignments yet, but looking forward to that as we come down to it.
I think they're going to get you on 1 or 2. It wouldn't surprise. I mean, you are the local celebrity, Van McNeil.
Okay, sure. If they'll have me, I'll bowl with some of the kids and kind of share the experience. But if not, that's fine too.
So, starts off on Monday, May 20th.
Right.
You've got the 52-foot Badger at AMF Waukesha. You've got some experience here at River City. What do you think you're looking forward to? Now, it's a different surface, obviously, but
we got here at River City, we had synthetics, and we made a little bit of an adjustment to see what it would play like on wood. But once we get out to Waukesha, I have the feeling the pattern may be up for grabs again because of the surface, because of the wood that they have out there. We don't know how it's going to react.
Yeah, and especially because you have a lot of open play at that center, and you see a lot of people play up the middle, where the track in a lot of centers, even here at River City, the track's around second arrow. The track there could be around third arrow, and that could cause a real difference on how that pattern plays.
Still an advantage, though, I think, to get on the patterns and see how they break down with Joe and Kevin and the Hibbert family and everyone that came down. We'll see what actually comes to fruition when we hit Waukesha.
Yep. Well, we'll have that first blog for you after the Badger. Of course, we're going to wrap up each tournament. Each tournament's going to have its own blog.
Man,
the Badger, the Wolf,
I
the
can't
Bear.
believe it's already here.
I'm hoping we get a fourth one. I'm hoping we really get a Milwaukee Open blog out of you this time around. What do you think the chances are?
Milwaukee,
what do you think?
Well, we'll see what we do in the first 3, and I think a big indication of how the whole thing is going to go, we'll find out in Waukesha. I tend to start hot. If I'm feeling good and throwing the ball good, I have the feeling the other 2 weeks I'll be in that groove.
We're going to be back. The PBA Badger blog. We'll be back with that shortly. So for Dwight Albrecht back at Spare Time Pro Shop at New Berlin Bowl, thanks to the staff here again.
Yeah,
River
Jay
City
and
Lanes.
Chuck have just been nothing but nice here for us to lay out the patterns. They have been phenomenal. So come check out River City Lanes.
Yeah, the wings are phenomenal too. You got to make sure you have the wings while you're here. Better than any place else I've seen in a long time. For my friend Van McNeil, good luck this Sunday.
Thank you, brother.
And Monday.
Come out and watch. Come out and watch. I need your support.
The whole PBA needs your support, everybody. And I'm Phil Breiler from Essential Bowling Concepts. Parents, take the kids bowling. They'll have fun for life.
What you want?